Well, hello, everypony, and welcome back to the Pony Talk Podcast. It's great to have you all back here on, well, the podcast. As always, I am your awesome host, Dashi101, and today, guys, we have someone who has returned back to the podcast. Say hello to Rainbow Dash 47, guys. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, we're back with that. Yay. It's great to have you back, man. It's been quite a while. It definitely has. I'm glad.
Yeah, I've been crazy things, so.
Yeah, I know. Like you said, and you've told me, and I know a couple people who are on the channel, said you had your wisdom teeth removed.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, well, I bet that was extremely painful. I've never got my wisdom teeth removed, so, yeah. You been recovering alright with that?
Yes. Perfect.
That's awesome. That's great news, actually. That's phenomenal news. Well,
They actually had me knocked out throughout the process.
oh, so they put some, like, laughing gas on you or something like that. It's not funny, but, you know, that's what it's called, laughing gas. Knocks you out, makes you sleepy and all that. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, guys, I've never been on laughing gas, or I've never got my wisdom teeth removed. I have had, I can say, fillings, and, just the guy who does my teeth, or dental assistant there, does a phenomenal job. So, yeah, if you're watching this, which, I mean, you could be, you could not be, then, yes, thank you for that. Well, let's get right into the episode. We're diving right into episode 17 of well, of course, the Pony Talk Podcast, but I mean of Season 8, The End in Friend. Ooh, that's an interesting title right there. I know. This episode...
And what an episode this was.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. And we could start actually talking a little bit about it. I say this episode is mediocre for me. I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was the best episode, but I thought it was actually pretty good. I mean, seeing a Rainbow Dash and Rarity episode is always interesting to me as an individual. Probably you guys out there, Rainbow, probably you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's a great episode. I thought it was pretty good. It had its moments, like any other good episode out there does, so that's a thumbs up for me right there. But, again, it's not my most favorite episode, guys. It still was good, still tasteful. It was good to see a connection, a new sort of kind of connection between these two, which we do see in this episode. So, another good thing there. But let's actually dive into the episode, guys, and start talking about it. So, here we have episode 17, and the episode begins at the School of Friendship. Most of these episodes begin at the School of Friendship. Now we have Rarity, who is, going to, well, first she said that she was going to have sort of a, playdate, I guess you could say, with Rainbow Dash, just, you know, hanging out, chilling, whatever you want to call it, and, Starlight says, well, Twilight needs you for something. She goes, oh, okay, I guess I could do that. She goes in and sees Rainbow. Rainbow is also there, too, and this is where Rarity's like, wait, I thought you needed me. And Twilight's like, actually, I need both of you, because you guys are going to be my examples. And so Twilight is teaching the class about how two friends who don't have much in common, which Rarity and Rainbow Dash is a perfect example. Hands up in the air for that. Rainbow loves the idea of just sports, athletic stuff, and then we have Rarity over here who loves fashion and all the above, dealing with clothes, apparel. I mean, that's the same thing. Yeah, but mostly, like, you know, we have real athletic stuff, and we have someone who's very tidy with their things. So perfect examples right here. And Twilight wants to show the class that just because these ponies here have a lot different, they still have something in common that keeps them together. They still like doing and sharing interests, or AKA in this case, compromising. Key word here in this episode, guys. Keep that in mind. Now, they want to show the class what compromising between Rainbow Dash and Rarity. And in the beginning of the episode, we see that, of course, Rarity and Rainbow Dash, they seem like they like, oh, okay, we can I guess do this. And we start off with Buckball. Now, obviously, this is not Rarity's cup. A Buckball actually would be a very fun sport to play in real life. I'd actually like to see someone come out with a recopy of Buckball, or maybe change up the name, I don't know. But yes, so we know that this is not Rarity's cup of tea, we're gonna say for this, but it definitely is Rainbow Dash's. So we're going to see how this all goes. And, well, of course, it doesn't go out as planned. Rarity is too in her inspiration mode. She gets inspiration from, first, I think, the jerseys that the ponies are wearing. And Rainbow Dash kind of goes off on her and says, hey, that's not what you do in Buckball. You need to hold up the bucket and catch the ball. That's exactly what's gotta happen. So, this is not going well for the two. Yeah. And I think Rainbow actually cut out a little bit there. Are you there, man? Hello? Oh. He's probably just having bad connection, or there's something going on. I don't know. You there, Rainbow? He'll come back, guys. Yeah, so now that we have this thing that's going on between Rarity and Rainbow Dash, Rainbow Dash says, alright, it was the first time and stuff, just try keeping your eyes and peeled and all that, okay? Just stay away from the book. I know that this, but just play the game, okay? And she's like, alright. They go for another round, and the students are taking notes, mind you, on the bleachers. And this is where Rarity once again fails at what she's supposed to do. She's just holding the bucket now with her magic. That's not what you're supposed to do. She's supposed to catch the ball. Or, well, the ball that Rainbow Dash kicked. So Rainbow Dash once again goes off on her and says, okay, you're obviously not getting it. And then this is where they're like, alright, let's switch up the game a little bit. Alright, Rarity, let's see your thing. Let's see what you do. So then we go to, I think, her boutique. She's got these fancy boots and all that, a lot of glitter. Let's keep that in mind. A lot of glitter, guys. Definitely throughout this episode. And Rainbow Dash is like, I am not wearing any boots. And the glitter's getting all over my hooves. I just do not like this. So we get definitely displeasure between both of them. Rarity not really doing exactly what Rainbow Dash wanted in Buckball, and Rainbow totally against the whole idea of fashion and glitter. And of course, this is not going well for either pony. So, yeah. But, this is, for some reason, not going too well. And, this is where we try to go with something else. Something that, maybe something that they both can kind of negotiate on. In quotes here, guys. Let's check. Rainbow, are you back? Are you able to hear me? I don't know. Song is not having a good time. So, I don't know what's going on with, Song/Rainbow Dash 47. It's cutting out. Oh, you are here. Okay. Alright. He's texting me through, Discord, guys, so, I'm gonna be able to see what he's saying. Oh, okay. Alright. So he's kinda out of, the audio, technically. We're not gonna be able to hear him, guys. Some reason the audio isn't working on his end. That's alright, man. As long as you're here, listening and stuff, and you're just putting your personal thoughts and stuff, I'll let the audience know. But, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on. We tried, and, yeah, something's not going right. Okay, he's gonna try fixing it and all that. Sorry, guys, there's just technical difficulties. This is a thing that goes on and off, so, yeah. But, alright. So, back with what I was saying. Let's see if he's going to... I don't know. Hello? You back, Rainbow? I still cannot hear you. Say something. Yeah, I don't hear anything going off. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. The audio's jacked up. So, going back with what I was saying, we have now something that maybe both of them can... I just got a notification from Rainbow Dash there. Yes, technical difficulties is what he's saying right now. Oh, Mobius. Sorry guys, that is... Try to ignore that as best as you can. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so... Now we have, Rainbow Dash and Rarity in the mines. Now, this is something they both can. Rarity loves gems. I mean, we can talk about Spike here, too. But, yeah, no, this is Rarity. This is Rarity. She loves gems, you know, she finds interest in that. And Rainbow Dash does, too. But Rainbow, in this case, wants to search for a treasure, because this might be some way of treasure hunting and all that. So Rarity's going to do her thing with gems, finding gems for her fashion. And then we're going to have Rainbow look for some sort of treasure or something like that. Now, yes, I do have to say, I do have to agree with Rainbow here. He just said, that, Rarity is a little too obsessed with gems. Now, I don't know, but Rarity definitely is an interesting character in this episode, guys. I find her to be, you know, I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't say annoying or anything like that. She's kind of developing quite a bit. She's developed a lot. What am I saying? So this is now going on. Rarity is looking at her gems, and Rainbow Dash then finds some sort of lever looking thing. Now, I don't think this was a lever. It was just a piece of stone that looks like a lever. And, Rainbow Dash tries to press down the lever. It doesn't work. It just ends up snapping that piece of rock and then crashes into Rarity's gems and accidentally breaks all of them. So now these two are fighting, and then this is where the most critical thing in the episode happens. Well, yeah, it wasn't a lever after all. This is what, Rainbow Dash 47 is saying now. Yeah. So, now Rarity's gems are broken. The lever is broken. Supposedly, lever wasn't a lever. And now they're both mad at each other. And this is where the climax of that episode had to come. They both say, you know what? Forget it. We're not friends. We can't resolve anything together or anything like that. And the students are like, and they all take out their notebooks and then start jotting the stuff down, because this is very interesting information. They're in a friendship school, and this is something that will happen in life for them. But this is not going good. So now they go to Starlight's office for counseling, and they're over here now talking about, oh, you did this and this, and Starlight makes the comment, guys, this is counseling, not fighting to see who's right counseling. I'm trying to help you guys. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat, guys. There's something going on right now. Yeah, I normally would not do this in the podcast, but yeah. Alright, yes, thank you. Thank you, Rainbow. So now they are counseling with Starlight, and Starlight's trying to help them, and she's like, okay, I might have an idea. Follow me. Takes them to the friendship library of the school, and this is supposedly going to help both Rarity and Rainbow Dash. Now, how is this going to help them, you may be asking yourself, but of course we know, or some of us know if you're watching the podcast, already seen the episode, then you already know what's going to happen. This is where Starlight wants both Rarity's book and Rainbow Dash's book. Rainbow Dash's book being, I forget what it was. Oh, not Rainbow Dash's book, Rarity's book, Shadow Spade. And then Rainbow Dash's book, of course, Daring Do. Now, they both have somewhat similar, I guess you could say. Yeah, so they kind of have some sort of similarity there, but that's not what we're getting at. What Starlight wants to get at is to switch both of their favorite novels and let Rainbow Dash read Rarity's favorite book, let Rarity read Rainbow Dash's favorite book. And so they sit down and kind of read it, and, well, not really. We go back and see that they're not talking to each other. And then Starlight's like trying to say, ooh, I like this about this book, I like this and this. So yeah, I don't know. But this is going to be now interesting, because they're not, of course, getting along. And okay, I'm confusing myself just a little bit with this. So, we have supposedly two really good friends, fighting, and then all of a sudden, they're not doing anything, they're just being rude to each other, and this is where I kind of get a little confused in that. I think a lot of us were confused. You know, again, these are supposedly professors at the school. They're supposedly trying to teach these kids, hey, this is what friendship is all about. This is what taking care of each other and looking out for each other. Yet we're seeing Rarity and Rainbow Dash both kind of coming together in a very negative way, guys. And this book, where they're exchanging these books and stuff and looking at one another's, they're not even reading them. And we later on see that in the episode, they finally admit, oh yeah, I didn't read your book and stuff. And, yeah, it kind of goes on for a little bit of the episode until, we see Starlight saying, oh god, I don't have enough, I need backup here. Then we see Starlight disappear and then reappear saying, okay guys, you gotta come to the school immediately. Twilight needs your help. So Twilight is supposedly searching through all her books and stuff, and then we find out Twilight has lost some sort of amulet. The one they were supposed to give Celestia in this case. So now, Rainbow Dash and Rarity have to go set out together and find it. Now, in this point, I figured out that this is where, what was I gonna say? Oh, gotcha. This is where Rarity and Rainbow Dash are going to supposedly connect, which is pretty recognizable. I think we saw this coming, I think most of us. So they go on a lot of adventures. First we get, well, first we see the sparkly stuff, which Rainbow Dash thinks it's Rarity's boots. It's not. Hers is magenta. Those are blue. And the amulet, of course, is this blue, sparkly stuff. Now, we go through, I think the Everfree or somewhere. I don't know. Through some sort of jungle. And this trail is leading all the way there. Then we see one of these, mysterious creatures. I forget what they're called. Rainbow Dash. Oh, a buffalo green. Buffalo green. That's what it's supposed to be called. Not buffalo green. Just buffalo green. So I don't know what's going on here. But yeah. So this is weird. I'm sorry you're hearing there is technical difficulties, and I'm looking at them, and that's probably what's confusing this too. So yeah, I apologize for that. This buffalo green has very bad breath. They can't understand a word because it has very sensitive ears. Rarity makes some sort of magic toothpaste kind of solution for this guy. Clean up that dirty mouth. And, well, it works. Tells them where the rest of the path is heading up to. They go. And we see these doors now, guys. Now, this definitely was a huge thing. We see these doors. There is a certain emblem on there that is very recognizable. It kind of looks like the School of Friendships emblem. Which, I was kind of like, wait, what? Really? And I was like, wait, is this going to lead them back? Sure enough, we see it leads both Rainbow Dash and Rarity back. But before they, like, go in those doors, and before I was starting to look at that, and we probably all were looking at that, let's be honest. And, this is where they make up and say, hey, I'm sorry that I treated you like this and stuff. Should have known better. And then they, of course, are friends again. So, of course, this secret room leads them back to the castle, or, well, the School of Friendship. It looks like a castle, I'm sorry. But, now, while this is going on, Rainbow Dash and Rarity are very confused on what's going on. They're like, okay, so, this was all set up? Spike has the amulet, so he literally was running around, and oh, and then they start figuring out, oh yeah, that it was supposed to make us bond together, and yeah. And then this is where Twilight's like, see guys, this is what friendship is really all about. Even though this kind of seemed a little bit wrong, which, I mean, I kind of gotta agree with her, that definitely was kind of wrong. I mean, they tricked them, but at the same time, she wanted to try helping the situation, so I kind of see that a little bit lenient, but I just think it was a little bit cheesy, guys. I just think a little bit. That's why I said that I don't think this episode was entirely my most fave. But it still was likable. It still had a lot of likable content in there. It wasn't god-awful. Now some of you may disagree, and that's totally fine. They figure out, hey, this is what it's all about. Did you guys learn anything? And of course, they're writing down stuff saying, probably like, oh yeah, I understand. Friendship can go in many different ways, but sometimes you just need a little bit of help. And that's absolutely right. Sometimes people do need help in certain relationships, especially friendships. So it kind of gets the point across, but again, in a little bit of a cheesy way. And then that's where we go off at the end of the video, or the, oh my gosh, the episode. Why did I call it a video? I am sorry, guys. I am a little bit tired. It's been a crazy, hectic week. But, nonetheless, guys, it wasn't a bad episode, yet it wasn't the best episode. Again, it was mediocre. That's what I'm going to call this episode. It was very mediocre. So, yeah. I think it was great, guys. What else am I going to say about this? I guess what I could say is, even though, the thing that did make sense to me, at least, was Rarity and Rainbow Dash kind of not liking the same things. And this definitely can go between both these ponies, because again, as Twilight mentioned, Rarity is totally different. She loves her fashion, and Rainbow Dash absolutely loves sports and athletic stuff, and these two ponies somehow manage to become friends. And that's what they wanted to show, and also was the moral of this episode. Now, this also, I do want to kind of bring this episode in. This kind of also brought in a little bit of that one episode with Applejack and Rainbow Dash, showing the students another friendship lesson. And that's the one where I said that I was kind of disappointed in. Because the reason being is Rainbow Dash and Applejack actually have a lot more in common than Rarity and Rainbow Dash did. So I kind of don't understand that, guys. That's probably why I'm kind of stumbling over my words. So it's just a little bit confusing there. That's why I said this episode wasn't the best, but yet it still managed to make some sense. I don't know if you guys get where I'm coming from, but I hope you do. If you do, then absolutely let me know that this is all good. Oh god, there's something breaking out right now. Sorry about that. But this is all good, guys. Thought the episode was pretty good, mediocre. Once again, I want to hear your thoughts, though. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's mediocre like I did? I don't know, but that's up for you guys to decide. And we will also return on the next podcast. Hopefully it will go a lot better than this one. This one was kind of a little bit mediocre. We will return in episode 18, guys, of season 8. We have the Yaki Sax. That's what it's called. This was also the episode that kind of got confused between the return of season 8 on the mid comeback, or in between the mid-season right there. So, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Rainbow, I know you kind of got off a little bit, but thank you so much, man, for coming out. It really means a lot. I'll have his channel down in the description, guys, and it will also be on the outro, so you make sure you guys go check out that as well. But until then, we will see you in episode 18. Stick around. Please like, share, favorite, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. And also hit that notification bell to keep updated with the Pony Talk podcast and also other notifications in the future that pop up on the channel. So, as always, we will see you in the next Pony Talk podcast, guys. Peace out. Bye, every pony!